I wanted to ask about valve adjustment on my Honda. I have done it 3 times and my valves seem loud. Yes, I was top dead center on the compression stroke. I started at .006 intake and .008 exhaust. Last time I went .005 and .007. Should I just go a little tighter? Oh God, stop right now. Right fucking now. Stop it. No, do not crank things down to 05 and 07. That is going to be very, very bad for your motor. The valve clearance is very, very important. If you're not familiar with how to use a feeler gauge, then take it to a shop and have them do it. A feeler gauge is something that's, it can be difficult to really get perfect, but it's called a feeler gauge for a reason, because you have to feel the drag with it between your between the tappet and your valve. So to answer the question, should I go tighter on my valves? Any info would be awesome. No, you should never go tighter on your valves. You should go to .006 and .008. That's what you need to be at. And if you can't get it right, take it to a shop. There's some lovely little tools made by a number of companies that allow you to adjust those easily. There's a 10 millimeter nut on the top of the tappet that allows you to loosen it, and there's a square head on each one. And that's kind of difficult to operate. So there's a little handle that has a sleeve. It's like a little handle about that big, a sleeve, and then a wrench that goes through the top. And you can kind of loosen the 10 millimeter and then adjust the tappet up and down. So take your time when you're adjusting your valves. Do it right. Double check, triple check, quadruple check that you're on top dead center. If you don't know how to find top dead center, I have a video that goes over how to find it easily if you're not familiar with it. If you're turning the motor over, you want to go counterclockwise. Well, for you guys, you're probably looking at me, I'm doing this clockwise, but you want to turn the motor counterclockwise. If you have to go back a little bit and to get that notch, go a little farther and then go back the other way. So you take up all the slack with the cam chain and everything properly. Let me see here. Just looking at the time. And I have a watch, I didn't look at that. Anyways, so when you're adjusting your valves, it's important that you get it right. If you don't, you can have some serious problems. The intake is .006. The exhaust should be .008. That's inches. Get a good feeler gauge set. If you don't know how to do it, you don't want to... It's hard to describe because it's a feel. So you don't want to like, you got to pull it through real hard, and you don't want to just go and slip right through. You want to be able to go to move it through with some ease, but a little bit of drag. Not too much, just a little bit of drag. So that's the best thing I can tell you. It is a feel thing. There's basically, you know what? That's a great way to test if you've done your valves correctly. If you adjust the valves, and let's say you're on your intake, and you're using a 006 feeler gauge, you go through the valve, or through between the valve and the tappet, and you've gone, okay, but it slides through very well. Go up to the next size. Go up to an 007. If the 007 slides through, you're not tight enough. That's the test right there. If you go up a size from a feeler gauge and the bigger size slides through or comes through with pretty easily, you're too big. The gap is too big there. So you need to adjust that. That's actually a great and simple way to check your valve clearance.